Welcome to Meaningful Magical Math. Subtracting from a number with a lot of zeros in it can be difficult for some. In this video, I'm going to show you a magical strategy that may help. It's called Subtract 1. Now, if you've watched my video called How a Place Value Chart Helps Me Subtract, you already know that using a place value chart can be a magical tool to help you understand why we regroup, or what some people call borrow. Well, the Subtract 1 strategy is just a quick way to be successful when your top number has mostly zeros. For example, let's find the difference between these two numbers. Let's subtract 100,000 and 34,972. As soon as my students see a problem like this, many of them get nervous because they know they are likely to make a mistake with all the regrouping, borrowing, adding to the next column, etc., adding to the next place value, etc. So let's try this Subtract 1 strategy. Let's subtract 1 from 100,000. That leaves us with 99,999. Let's subtract 1 from 34,972. That leaves us with 34,971. So now let's try just to solve this problem. 9 minus 1 is 8. 9 minus 7 is 2. 9 minus 9 is 0. 9 minus 4 is 5. And 9 minus 3 is 6. That was easy. There was nothing I had to regroup. It was easy to subtract. But is that the same answer as the difference between 100,000 and 34,972? So let's see. Let's come over here to the problem we started with, and let's go ahead and subtract this problem. Ignoring my ones over here, let's subtract it. We see we're going to start with the ones place, and I know I can't come over here and borrow anything. I can't come over here to get any to regroup. I have to go clear over here to the 100,000s place. So that's what I'm going to do. I'll start with the 100,000s place, take 1 away, take that 1 that I borrowed, that I regrouped, and turn it into 10 in the 10,000s place. And now I have enough to regroup. Turn that into a 9 and add that on over here to the thousands place. And I have enough there to take 1 away and turn this into a 10 in the hundreds place. Then I have enough to take 1 away and turn this one into a 10 in the tens place. And then taking 1 away here, I have enough that I can finally make this a 10, so I can subtract 10 minus 2. So here I go. 10 minus 2 is 8. 9 minus 7 is 2. 9 minus 9 is 0. 9 minus 4 is 5. And 9 minus 3 is 6. And then 0 minus nothing is 0. Look here. 65,028 is the same as 65,028. So it is the same. Now, how does that work? Well, let me add a number line here, if I can. Let me bring it over here where we can see it. And let's try to understand what we are doing when we subtract 1 from each number, and so we can see that this works, how this works. We need to understand how it works. So let's say we're going to start with something like 7 minus 4. Now we all know this is 3, but let's look at it on the number line. Here's 7. And we want to go back to 4. There are 3 spaces between 7 and 4. That's what we know already. Well, if we subtract 1 from 7, we'll have 6, and subtract 1 from 4, we'll have 3. Let's see what that would look like on the number line. Let's start at 6, and let's go back 3. 1, 2, 3. My answer is 3. These two are the same. There are 3 spaces between 7 and 4. and there are 3 spaces between 6 and 3. And that's exactly how this works over here in our larger problems. There are 65,028 spaces between 100,000 and 34,972 on the number line. And there are 65,028 spaces between 99,999 and 34,972. That's why this works. Let's try one more example, and I think you'll get the idea. Let's give me some extra space here to draw and to write. All right, let's try something like 1 million with all these zeros. Minus, how about 572,491? Oh, some might be very nervous about a problem like that, but if you think of the subtract 1 strategy as a good, quick way to do this, knowing that you already understand how it works, then this will be a good way for you to be successful. So let's subtract 1 here. What is 1 away from 1 million? Well, that's 999,999. Now, don't make the mistake of forgetting to subtract 1 from your other number as well, because you've got to subtract 1 from each in order for this to work. 572,490 is what I would have if I subtract 1 from 572,491. Now let's subtract. 9 minus 0 is 9. 9 minus 9 is 0. 9 minus 4 is 5. Oh, this is so simple. 9 minus 2 is 7. 9 minus 7 is 2. And 9 minus 5 is 4. Are you interested in checking to see if it works? Let's subtract these numbers here that we started with. Knowing that I'm going to start with the ones place, I have to go clear over to the millions place before I can find something to regroup from, to borrow from, and go from there. So let's do that. We'll take 1 away from here, add that 10 onto this place value, the 100,000s place, take 1 away, I'm left with 9, add your 1 that you've taken from that and turn it into, add it to the 10,000s place, take 1 away from that, add that 1 into the thousands place, take 1 away, oops, sorry, add 1 to that, take 1 away, add 1 to that, take 1 away, add 1 to that. I'm being very quick, of course, because I'm assuming you understand the process. 10 minus 1 is 9, 9 minus 9 is 0, 9 minus 4 is 5, 9 minus 2 is 7, oops, excuse me, 9 minus 7 is 2, 9 minus 5 is 4, and 1 minus nothing is nothing. Ah, look. Lovely. Well, I hope this helps you understand how this strategy can help you. And in the meantime, I'll see you next time on Meaningful Magical Math.